go.
How education should be in 2009 in his speech to the Hispanic Chambers of Commerce. One example of Korean education is my former employer. So, here, English Mumu is a company in South Korea. This is an English institution. My former job was an English teacher. So I'm going to talk about this institution. Okay. The program at English Mumu requires students to listen to the native English speaker voice recording, and then they have to speak out 3 times after the English speaker's voice recording, and then they have to repeat again and again if they don't do well. There are 5 steps if you are a teacher at English Mumu that you have to do. The first step is students study all the vocabularies and sentences. Then we're gonna check them how they pronounce it well or not, and then something like that. And then we're not gonna ask them like spelling or grammar, something like that. It's just like warming up, something like that. So the second step is students going to learn the details about their lessons, and then I'm have to ask them what do they learn that day, and then I can ask them, like, for example, what's the English in English? What is the doctor in English? And they'll say doctor, of course. And then, or in Korean, 의사, they can say that. And then, I have to check their record tape. So they have to record their voice. So we can check they did or they didn't. So, and after that, step 3 is the fluency of reading. We are checking the fluency of reading at this step. So we're just going to ask the student just read all the sentences, and then if they pass, they can do the next step. But if they don't pass, they have to go sit their seat and then do it again and again and again until they pass. Okay. And then the next step is this. The student have to go their seats. First of all, student have to give their books to their teachers, and then the teachers keep their books. Then student go sit down their seat and then listen. They have to listen and write down the sentences the teacher dictates. So, and then they'll bring their notes to me, and then I will write them. And if they didn't pass, of course they have to do it again until they pass. That's how it works at English Mumu. So the last step is this. This is doing workbook. The workbook contains like every material that they learned that day. So in this step, we're going to ask them everything, like to translate Korean to English or English to Korean. And then also we ask like spelling. What is nurse? How do you spell nurse? Sometimes then the student goes like NURSE. They have to do it.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we also like hide the sentences, and then ask them, how can you make the sentence in English? Like something like that. We ask them. And then, of course, in this step 2, if they pass, they can go home, because this is the last step. But if they didn't get passed, then they have to stay at the institution, and then they have to study until they pass. So, yeah, on their study. So it was a very good experience for me. So
Okay.
if you have like language school like this, would you send your kids to the Korean institution? Okay, thank you for saying that. Okay, thank you. This was my presentation. Thank you for watching me.
Okay.